By now, everyone has heard that the FBI has raided Mar-a-Largo, the home of Donald Trump. Now, I'm not even going to guess why they're doing it. We'll probably get the reasons why upcoming soon. But if the FBI is raiding the house of Donald Trump, amidst everything that's happened in the January 6th committee investigations, it's pretty bad. Now that the FBI's gotten involved. Anyway, anyhow, here's Donald Trump couldn't help but make a statement on Truth Social, and it's it's pretty bad. Now, I'm not going to stretch my voice or anything because Donald Trump. I'm not going to try and make my voice as Donald Trump because I want to get straight to the point. These are dark times for our nation as my beautiful home, Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, Florida, is currently under siege and raided and occupied by the large group of FBI agents. Dark times for our nation. So, dark times for our nation. I'm going to break his ass in a few minutes, but just hold on to this. Nothing like this has ever happened to a president of the United States before. After working and cooperating with relevant government agencies, this unannounced raid on my home was not necessary or appropriate. It is procedural misconduct, the weaponization of the justice system, and an attack by the radical left Democrats who desperately don't want me to run in January of 2024, and especially based on recent polls, and who will likewise do anything to stop the Republicans and conservatives in the upcoming midterm elections. Such an assault can only take place in broken third world countries. Sadly, America has become one of those countries, corrupt at a level not seen before. They even broke into my safe. What is the difference between this and Watergate, where operatives broke into the Democratic National Committee? Here, in reverse, Democrats broke into the home of the 45th President of the United States. Oh my God. I wish I could say I could stop there, but there's more. Political pressure on President Donald J. Trump has been going on for years. With now the fully debunked Russia scam, impeachment hoax 1, impeachment hoax 2, and so much more, it just never ends. It is the political targeting at the highest level. Hillary Clinton was allowed to delete and acid wash 33,000 emails after they were subpoenaed by Congress. Absolutely nothing happened to hold her accountable. She even took antique furniture. Oh my God. Antique furniture. Oh, I'm going to have a heart attack. she even took antique furniture. She even took antique furniture from and other items from the I stood up to America bureaucratic corruption before. I restored power to the people and truly delivered our country like we've never seen before. The establishment hated it. Now they watch my endorsed candidates win big victories and see my dominance in the polls, and they're trying to stop me and the Republican Party once more. The lawlessness, political persuasion, and witch hunt must be exposed and stopped. I will continue to fight for the great American people. Oh, God. You just can't shut your mouth, can you, Trump? You just can't, can you? You're not being persecuted. Let's talk about exactly what he said here. These are dark times for the nation, and wait a minute, hold on, stopping there. Dark times for the nation. So, raiding your house for evidence that you tried to steal the election, which has been proven that you tried to steal the election, is dark times for our country. Dark times for our country. Not the coronavirus pandemic, which you did nothing about for months, for over a year, actually. Not, in dark times for our country, not when you actually gassed peaceful protesters outside the White House for a photo op at a church, you holding a Bible, a moment where the where the Joint Chiefs, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Milley, nearly resigned over. No, no, that's not dark times. Breaking into your own damn palace at Mar-a-Lago, that was dark times. Oh my God, man, shut up. And the fact is, this investigation has been ongoing for a long time. So if they actually raided and executed a search, matter of fact, let's get this out there right now. The FBI had a search warrant. They didn't just willy-nilly, just to get their dicks hard, break into your house at Mar-a-Lago. They did because they had a search warrant. Signed by perhaps a federal, no doubt a federal judge, since the FBI is doing it. So they didn't just willy-nilly did it, just out of the kindness of their hearts. They had a search warrant to do it, and they executed it. My God, man, shut up, Trump. See, this is the crap that gets you in trouble. And you really think they're not paying attention to what you're saying, Trump? And it just gets worse. He um he keeps saying that none of this has happened to a president. You're right. Nothing like this has happened to a former president and before, because no other president in the history of this country, or at least in modern history, has ever tried to steal an election, has ever claimed that an election was stolen with no evidence whatsoever. Nothing like that has ever happened in the history of this country. So you're right, Trump. I'll give you full marks on that. You're right. Nothing like this has ever happened in the history of our country. Because no one in the presidency that ever occupying the office of president of the United States has ever tried to steal an election the way you did, calling for a terrorist attack on our nation to stop the counting of electoral votes and the certification of those votes. Nothing like that has ever happened, Trump, so I'll give you full marks on that. But then he goes on saying this is just another attack by the corrupt Democrats and blah, blah, blah. The same bullshit talking points that have been debunked and re-debunked and re-debunked every time you open your mouth. So Trump, you just don't get it, do you? You don't do what you did and think you're just going to willy-nilly walk away from it. That someone isn't going to look into it, especially with the mountains of evidence. We're talking Mount Everest-sized mountains of evidence against you and against those like you, against those who helped you. Now, you want to compare this from to Watergate. That's a fair comparison, considering the fact that we know that what Nixon did was a crime, which is what you did was a crime. The only difference between it is because Nixon had the good goddamn sense to say, I quit, I can't stay here anymore because I'm about to go to prison. But let's talk about that real quick, just for shits and giggles. Nixon wasn't removed because of Watergate. He was removed from president because the Republicans at that time said, went to his office and looked him in the eye and said that not only are you going to be arrested and charged because of this possibly, but you are going to lose us the House and the Senate, our chances of getting back the House and the Senate, because the Democrats were in charge of both at that time. Not only are you going to take yourself down, but you're going to take all the rest of us down. They were not going to let that happen. So that's an apt description, because sooner or later you might announce your run for president, but it's already been threatened that the Republican Party is not going to pay your legal fees any longer. Whatever. Oh God. And then he lists the scandals that he was in that he escaped from. Not that he was crafty to escape from, but because the Republican Party saved his ass. Of course, the Russia scam, the two impeachments. I mean, honestly, it's not politically targeting you, Trump. You're making yourself into a political target every time you open your mouth, just as you did on January 6, 2021, when you told people your supporters to fight like hell. And then you have to bring Hillary Clinton into it. Let's get something straight. Hillary Clinton testified for hours, hours, hours after what happened in the Middle East, after that nightmare in Benghazi. You haven't said two damn words under oath, under penalty of perjury. You haven't said anything, Trump. Nothing. Nothing under oath. And this idea that he took, and what the hell was this? She even took antique furniture and other items to the Oh, God. Trump, you didn't stand up to anyone. You want to say you want to stand up. You bravely stand up. You're a coward, man. A straight up 100% fucking coward. You didn't restore power to the country. You took power from this country, from the people of this nation. You need to shut your mouth. You've got only three choices at this point. You can turn yourself in and testify under oath and tell your side, and maybe you might escape again. You can either tell the truth, tell them that everything that you did to this country and its people, or, as much as I don't like the idea of it, you can take the coward's way out. And honestly, that may be your only option at this point. And as for your statement of I will continue to fight for the great American people, you never fought for the American people ever in your life. And the people who say that you did, your idiotic supporters, they're just as stupid and as brainless as you are. Trump, the pain is coming. Now you can either roll with this idea, or you can sit back, spectate, and pray to God that they don't catch up to you. Now, Trump, the reason why the FBI is out there is because we know that you handled classified material there. You handled classified material there, and the fact is this: you, you are involved in what happened in January 6th, and those materials are going to prove that. So, again, turn yourself in, and maybe you tell your story, and maybe people will believe it. You can go turn yourself in and lie your ass, or tell the truth, or you can take the coward's way out. Frankly, I think you're going to take the coward's way out because that's what cowards do. And you are a coward, Trump. You are a coward. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.